We have to make happen here. Our people don't.
All right, man. Yesterday we actually posted a small video up that's been circulating around the internet of Boosie being detained for just a few minutes in Georgia after he was pulled over for a license plate. Then after that, they said they smelled the smell of marijuana coming from the car, so they searched the car thoroughly. And I got an opportunity to see the whole video today. It's about 22 minutes long of his little traffic stop. And a lot of people were saying, like, why is he going crazy if you don't got nothing? What you being going crazy for? But one key thing that I heard Boosie say, right, is he said, right, that over the last 2 weeks, that he was pulled over by the cops 7 times over the past 2 weeks.
I'm ready to fight.
Like, how can I live, bro? 7 stops in 2 weeks, how can I live, bro? Targeting my vehicle. Just targeting my vehicle.
Right. And I looked at it, and at first I'm like, all right, I think he's going overboard. I think he's tripping about this. It was just a coincidence. But then I started looking at stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Then people was on Boosie. And I'm never a guy that's like one of those, too conspiratorial, but I keep an open mind to everything. And I'm a student of history. I don't know everything. I can't, regurgitate everything verbatim, but there's certain things that I watch and I pick up different patterns with people. And I've seen over the years with different rappers, and even when you look at, like, the old, counterintelligence programs, and, it was a particular book by, I can't remember the guy's name right now, but the book pretty much talked about how, actors, rappers, rock stars, movie stars were all being surveilled by the FBI. It came out to see that Michael Jackson was being surveilled for 10 years. Tupac was being surveilled, his whole family. So I'm looking at Boosie and I'm like, okay, I'm not saying that he's a Tupac or a Michael Jackson, nothing like that. But he is a voice with influence, right? Now, even look at another thing, right? He has this whole thing go down, boom, his Instagram goes down, right? So then he has a different instances where he's coming out, he's saying a lot of different things about a lot of different groups of people, and the people is not just feeling that. You know what I mean? The powers that be is not feeling that. When I mean the powers that be, I'm saying the people that control these big conglomerate companies out here that give these rappers deals, that give them endorsement deals and things like that. I can start calling out names all day, but you guys know who they are. That's what I mean, the people that are the powers that be, the people that want to keep things a certain way, the people that you never see, but the people that are benefiting off of all this foolishness. You might not ever know their name. You might not ever see them. They're never going to have a chain on. They're never going to be, running their mouth on Instagram. They're in the shadows, but these people are real, and I think that they push certain buttons through their businesses and their corporations because that's where they hold the power. But I sat back and I said to myself, I'm like, all right, 7 times in 2 weeks means you're being followed. And when I say you're being followed, what they're trying to do is they're trying to catch you with something. 9 times out of 10, most people probably think, okay, it's a rapper, you gotta have guns and whatnot. But Boosie, somebody who's a ex-felon. He got a record. He technically could not have a pistol. I'm sure he can afford security, but you're not always going places with security, right? Sometimes you just going to drive around town and do your thing with your homies and them, right? But this is what I see, and I see it, all the time, when these different events pop off. I would say a large percentage of these rappers are being surveilled, if not all of them. Even people, that do what we do. You don't think that the feds ain't looking, listening, and watching and prying into people's lives, whether it be through the IRS, starting with them, all the way to trying to get them to investigate you, and the FBI and all these different alphabets out there. It's real, man, and I don't want people to think, oh, this is some conspiracy. Oh, nah, this is real. And I heard him say that he got pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, this sound like stuff they was doing back in the 60s and the 70s, where Huey P. Newton or someone would ride around, and Eldridge Clay, whatever these guys, they riding around, and every time they roll out, they getting pulled over. What you got in the car? Or your license plate. Oh, something's in the mirror, right? So that's what's happening to Boosie right now. He understands it because he came out and he said it. He said, I'm being targeted. So what do you do in this situation? Because you got to give people solutions, right? You got to move with your head on the swivel at this point. You got to understand that now you're being targeted. They want to take you out by any means necessary. Doesn't mean that somebody's going to kill you. I don't think so. But do they want to hit you up on a charge? Keep deleting your accounts and things like that. Here's what it boils down to, right? The voice, man. I think, and this is my opinion, in this country, right, that are certain voices that they kind of want to censor in a way. And when I mean, certain voices, I mean people that'll probably say what the average person really wouldn't say, right? You see, you can't have this type of person, right? And this is what I think that these people, how they feel. You can't have this person who's going to say what they want, do what they want, think they can say anything, get away with anything. You can't have that. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I could be, telling 100% true, but I just feel like that are certain types, certain archetypes of people that is just not going to be tolerated in this country, period, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section about what I just said, man. Do you think Boosie's being targeted? Do you think that it's far-fetched? You think he, just 7 times, though, in 2 weeks? And you see he's visibly pissed. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you got pulled over once every 6 years, you probably not going to be like that. But I've been there. A lot of people couldn't relate. But I've been in a situation where I'm like, you're going about your day, you're working, and a cop pulls you over, be like, oh, damn, do I got a warrant or something like that I don't know about? Your tag. Oh, come on, man. This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. A tag? Oh, now, you smell weed, or this and that. Like, come on. That's why it needs to be legal, but across the states. But, again, people might not agree with that at the end of the day, but I don't know. I just think that's used way too many times as a precursor to start digging through people's in their cars and hitting them up with other stuff. Without that, they wouldn't have probable cause to do shit. Without that, what you going to say? Oh, because you got a tag. Something wrong with your tag, I'm going to search the car. It just ain't happening, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section about what I just said, man. Hope that I said something good to you guys. But that's what I feel about Boosie. I don't, some people say, oh, it's the Vlad interviews. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that. He does a lot of interviews. I mean, mostly Vlad interviews. But I do think that, the more exposure that he gets, the more his voice is being heard by more and more people. And that could be a positive thing and that could be a negative thing, you know what I mean? Because, when you're outspoken like that and you say anything, I think it's shunned upon, in this country. But it's your brother Oga Man, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Smash the like button if you enjoyed what I said. If you enjoyed it that much, share the video. Go ahead and share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, text it to someone, email it to someone, and make sure you guys subscribe to Hip Hop News Uncensored to stay locked in to what we got going on. If you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the like button though, right? And make sure you go ahead and just share it on Facebook. You can do it right from the YouTube app. Go to the share button, share it anywhere you want. It's very easy to do so. Last thing is go to hiphopun.com. That's hiphop the letter un.com for all your latest hip hop news. That link is in the description box. I appreciate y'all. Peace.